from Bugeyeguys, and today we have a quick walk around tour of a project Bugeye that's one of the better projects that we've presented of late, and we're lucky to find this car. It was down south in Alabama, and it's been sitting there inside for about 35 years, and it's ready for a new owner, and I just thought I would give you a tour of what would be involved if you take this car on. So that's what we'll do in this video. Now, this car is mostly complete with a lot of potential. I think it was either an Old English White or maybe even a beige car. If you're unfamiliar, there was Nevada Whitehall Beige was one of the factory colors. The other one was like a creamy vanilla Old English White. And at some point, the car was quote unquote restored by somebody, probably in the 70s. It was repainted this kind of lime green and black rocker panels. And so, you know, obviously it's not original, but you could make this into a driver without a huge amount of effort, or you could strip everything down and start over and make it into its original color, or whatever you want to do. It's all possible. But the main thing you'd be buying, and that's why I wanted to give you a tour, is basically a solid foundation. A lot of these cars that have been sitting for 35 years, we'll see them with major rocker panel issues. I believe this is a replacement rocker panel. There might be a little bit of a filler there from the prior restoration, and here's this sort of A panel that's been repaired. There's some telltale filler. So that was a patch at some point, probably when it was painted green. But that said, it's still much stronger and more solid, and a lot less work than what we would normally see on a total restoration candidate. And that's why you can't resist the idea of just sort of getting it running and driving again and turning it into a fun, usable car. The interior, of course, they never made brown seats, but these are the original seat pieces, so you could restore those with whatever color you like. It's a non-stock fuel gauge, but the correct original TAC and speedo. It says 65,000 miles, but who knows how many actual miles. That's the original temp gauge, but I see it's probably going to need a new one of those, which we sell in our catalog. We have that exact gauge, but generally the water temperature, when they stick like that, they're usually on their way out. And then the switches are in the right place, and there's a Panasonic AM FM radio, so you got all that going for you. But the other thing that's really unique about this car that's kind of wonderful is that normally on a restoration like this, you would not see this kind of clean underside. So somebody did use this car after it was painted. They put in an SU pump here, an electric pump. They were smart enough to plug the air filters so to keep the rodents out, and that's all really nice. And then these are HS2 carburetors, 1.25 inches, a little bit bigger than the factory ones. This is still a 948 engine, but the engine number's missing, and it's still a smooth case transmission, the original transmission. So, but I think that's a spin-on. Yeah, that's a spin-on oil filter conversion as well. So I think this car lived in the 90s or the 80s, so it's kind of got its first restoration under its belt. Even the rubber hose was replaced at some point, so I would replace this again, but this isn't all cracked. Normally we would expect to see a much rattier under the hood situation. And here's the battery shelf. A lot of times these rust, and that one has also been restored, presumably when the car was repainted. They rust right here, and this one has been patched. So you have a lot going for you. You have some custom wiring here. They took the original harness and built in some connectors, so you could put in a new wiring harness. We sell those as well. But I wouldn't be surprised if you could get this car running pretty easily. He's also got a front sway bar from a later midget, which is nice to see installed. These are drum brakes in the front and bias ply tires that are very cracked. So again, it may have driven in the 70s or 80s based on the bias plies, but a lot to work with here. As far as the glass is concerned, the windshield seems fine. The glazing is cracked, which is also common. So there's plenty of work to do to restore it and make it usable, but you're starting with a flat deck that's, you know, it's not all dented. We don't have bad crash damage on the back. We do have the rear bumperette got hit, but it didn't breach the sheet metal, which is excellent. And of course it was a quickie paint job. They just painted over the gasket. But again, I would have a lot of fun bombing around in a car that looked just like this, maybe with some new seats and new tires. So there's a lot you can play with here. Let's move on to the nose, and that's another important asset to this car. These noses are often really badly rusted along the bottom. This one has probably hit a curb or something here, but it's not all rusty. There is some filler here, so that you would either address in a restoration here too, or you would leave as is, and here too. So there's certainly some body work that could be done on this nose. There are still pictures on our website, and you can see how it fits. It fits pretty well. There's a little bit of filler here from that quickie paint job. But all in all, from the noses that we see, certainly not a perfect 10, but a very workable nose. The one thing this nose is going to need, if you're interested in this car, is this crossbar that the hinges mount to. These often delaminate, and you can see right over here, this one is starting to pull away. In fact, you can see the seam right there needs some attention. And that's from either overlifting it or just too many cycles, whatever it is, but that needs to be addressed before the nose gets properly bolted back on the car. What we're looking for in these, though, often there's rust all along here, and this one is pretty nice. And often there's massive stretch marks from old smashes. And again, this nose is way better than most of the ones that we see. These also have the original spot welds are still in place here. So all in all, an excellent candidate for somebody looking for a fun Bugeye project from Bugeyeguys.